How does leadership change in a large corporation versus a startup?
I think it's a very different mindset, which is why finding the right kind of entrepreneur and the right mix of both sector expertise and leadership ability, coupled with the ability to roll up one's sleeves and become an entrepreneur and work for a lot less and put life and family on hold is a very rare breed.
Sure.
And I think certainly it is in India. I suspect it's the same everywhere. Coming from a large organization where you're tasked to do a job, and oftentimes your job description is well known, and going into what's an incredibly ambiguous environment, I think can be very difficult. Yeah. And certainly we've seen several people from industry try their hand in entrepreneurship. Oftentimes it may not be successful, right? Because you come with a certain set of preconceived notions. And having to do everything on your own from day one, comes as a shock, right? While also focusing on the business. And so it takes a mindset that I sometimes find that the older you get at it, the tougher it becomes to do so, which is why I encourage people to take the entrepreneurial plunge sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and in India it definitely is much more difficult. There's a lot more social pressure, and there is a mindset where you graduate and you go work for a big company.
Absolutely. Entrepreneurship in India is changing rapidly, but has often been a luxury, right?
Yes.
In India you don't have the same social safety nets that you do here. Right? And if you've studied your entire life and you've gotten to the great engineering school in India, the thought that you might step out of line and go do something else is horrifying, not only to you but also your family, right? Yeah. We are seeing, I think, as India becomes wealthier, as there are more proxies of very successful entrepreneurs in India, families becoming more accepting of entrepreneurship as a career path. But certainly, there are a lot of societal pressures that I think hinder, full-blown entrepreneurship.